Guess what's so boy?
150 gunning, I'ma run it in the fast lane. Pass lanes, watch me like a matinee. Running through the toe, easy pass him in the cash lane. The past staying and I'm never looking back, man. Pop shit, I ain't really trying to talk it out. Drop hits, I can show you what it's all about.
Hello and welcome to SHARPBETS and Fantasy Sets. I'm back. So
You ain't going nowhere, bro. Come on, man. Stop it.
No, with the schedule going on, Nick is once again just I didn't tie him up. I swear to God, he's very busy right now with stuff going on. So you're stuck with me again, the argumentative douchebag who defends Tony Romo to the death. All right, so we got big time Tim Sakura, Chris Sir Shaw, and our special guest is streamer Josh Grover. What's up, man?
Hey, I appreciate it. Very excited to be here today. Make sure you guys check me out if you would be so kind at JG603 over on Twitch and YouTube. Appreciate it.
That was a great introduction. I just have to say, get off my chest, I went drinking at the bar with Sir and Tim a couple weeks ago, had a good time. No photo was taken. They were at the same bar this week, and they took a group photo. We'll leave it at that, and I feel some sort of way.
Did you see the guys that we were with?
Yeah, it
when they tell you we're taking a photo, you just say yes.
Why?
Because you've hung out with me. I was the smallest guy in the picture.
Shit.
But they're fucking scary people.
Oh,
they were an offensive line.
Photo? So you got bullied in a photo. Thank God you're not famous. Jesus Christ.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, I'm not going to be famous.
You're a fireman. You understand? Hey, Tim, that looks dangerous. You go first. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm all right with that. The fire's not going to punch me in the nose if I fucking talk back to it. If I say no, like that's it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
fair.
all talk.
That's
If I was at the bar, I would have done the same thing Tim did. Okay, sir, do you want me to get better lighting? Let's All right, so let's get to some stuff here. Week 14 was kind of dull aside from a couple games. I don't even really remember because my mind is going elsewhere right now. But we know the Pats had a bye. That's Josh's team. Sir, your Niners, one of the weirdest teams in sports we could agree on. It just, they lose, they win, they look good, they look bad. So go on. Give us a little insight on how you feel.
Wait a minute. What you mean the weirdest team out there in sports?
They're one of them.
Coming from a Cowboy fan? Get out of here. Stop that. Stop it.
I said one of them. That doesn't neglect what I like my team. We can both be weird fucking teams, but
hey, my boys got to win this week. So it was we had the lead, then we almost gave it back, then we tied it overtime. Hey, I'm saying, boys, look, hey, we're in the playoff hunt. You know what I'm saying? Right. Teams don't want to see us in the playoffs.
I agree with that. I was talking to a couple of people yesterday, and I think if you get a 6 seed. I don't think it's that outrageous. You could go into San Fran or Dallas and win that game. I mean, they have Super Bowl pedigree, so and that's a scary team. I think we could all agree no one's scared of the Vikings with Kirk Cousins. But wait
a minute, hold on, you're coming around now, man.
No, I think
why is nobody scared of Minnesota?
I don't know.
Kirk Cousins. I
don't know.
Kirk, what happened? What happened on Thursday with that
game?
Dalvin Cook happened. That's what happened.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins actually almost blew the game with 2 interceptions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's the final score?
Kirk Cousins went like 200 yards, 3 picks. Yeah. If it wasn't for Dalvin Cook coming back for like 200 yards, they would have got blown out too.
I agree with that.
Nothing says success like primetime Kirk Cousins. I tell you what.
I'm trying to tell you.
Not as bad as you guys think. I bet the numbers are better than we think.
Poor Kirk Cousins. They're not that good.
Yeah, I guess.
Like he's not quite in Andy Dalton territory, but he's getting there. He's getting close.
On Thursday, how many times did Kirk Cousins have Jordan Jefferson wide open and missed him?
Yeah, that's
simple.
Sir, why are you always trying to go moving on up?
I know.
His name is Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. All right, my bad.
Damn.
He was wide open like 3 times, and whoopsies.
We'll stick with the winners here as my Dallas Cowboys beat the Washington football team. We tried to give the game away.
Right.
And that horrible Tim said week 10, I believe, that horrible Dallas Cowboys defense, which is just garbage, according to Tim, before the Falcon game where they, lit up everything. Horrible Cowboy defense. Michael Parsons has a good chance to win Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year, which hasn't been done since LT. With Dan Quinn up there, they're playing very well. So people are worried about Dallas. As a Cowboy fan who only saw offense and no defense for 16 years up until they fixed it, I am completely okay with the opposite. I really am. I watched when we had Romo and T.O. 41 points a game, lose 45-41. So you know what? If you got to win ugly, let's try this way. Maybe it's better off. So I'm okay with that. Cowboys will be fine. They could clinch this week if they win and the Eagles lose, and we'll go from there. And now, since the Pats have a bye, we will circle the wagon and go back to the losing team, which we seem to do every week. So if everyone wants to go take a bathroom break, here we are. So, Tim, Jets. Anything?
Jets. Jet. Oh, come on, man. Will you leave my boys alone? You knew they were losing.
You're on the show. It's not.
You knew they weren't going to win. You knew that. Yeah. They're not good. They can't beat anyone right now. They're like I'm gonna say it over and over again. They're just a lot of pieces away.
Are you at all worried though? That I know it's 1 year he's young. Are you at all worried though? Zach Wilson really doesn't look that good.
No, I think you need at least 2 to 3 years in NFL to find out if you're just not it or if it's the offense, if it's him. You can't, especially just coming right out of college. There's only a few quarterbacks that come right out of college and are ready to step in and play and do well. Fucking Tom Brady 2.0 over there. I can't fucking believe it. Y'all step in shit, but either way, I don't know if it's Belichick. I know it's the defense that helps him out a lot. If you switch quarterbacks in systems, who knows how good they would be, but. Right now, it ain't for the Jets, and it ain't for Mr. Zach. So we'll see.
It's tough.
No, but I mean, even before the draft, they said that Mr. Brady 2.0 was the most pro-ready quarterback coming out. You know what I'm saying? True. His ceiling might not be his floor is pretty high, but his ceiling might not be the highest. So he's doing what he has to do. He's keeping them in the games, and
he's doing exactly what Alabama asked them to do. Nothing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Like pretty much nothing.
Don't mess this up, pretty much.
For once, the analysts fucking got it right. So,
some people would give him some flack because it's like, oh, he's a game manager. I'm like, but he'll win you games. That's not the worst.
That's all you need.
That's not the worst thing. He ain't gonna make the flashiest plays, but from time to time, he'll get you one or two.
Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with having a quarterback with a good record. You know what I'm saying?
Right? We'll take it.
I don't know what the fuck that sounds like. What I don't.
Hey, listen, Jimmy G gets W's. Same people trying to write him out of town, but all he does is win.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that when they only asked him to throw 9 times in a divisional round game. So.
Yo, you still hate on this, bro?
Only if there's wins.
When my man goes for 200 rushing yards, aka Dalvin Cook and Kirk Cousins, why you need to throw the ball?
I guess you're right.
If you can't stop the run, no need to pass.
That's fair. You take what's given. It's the way to win games in that league.
I think we have to touch on the big story. We'll start with you, Josh, because your team didn't play, and we'll get to your game later on, the big AFC showdown.
Huge.
All right, Urban Meyer. Did you see this coming? What do you think about it?
So I really thought they were going to try to sneak out that year with him, but once we heard though, I think definitely that that man's out here kicking his players. That's wild to me. Also, if you're gonna not to sound like. If you're going to kick any of your players, the kicker's probably not the guy to kick. Just saying. Those guys are generally a little softer. You're kicking him right in the hamstring. That's not good. Now, I'd like to see Urban Meyer go up to Miles Jack and do that. I want to see how that thing's going to end. But my word, just an embarrassment of errors this year. Just bad decisions after bad decisions between say what you will, the Tebow picking, let's draft a running back who, despite he was talented, you had James Robinson there. That was a mess. He even came out and said that they wanted Kadarius Toney instead, but he wasn't there. And it's from day one, making the worst mistakes. That guy is just, I don't know, man. He got it done in college, but he ain't going to get done in the pros. He's gone. He's out. He ain't coming back. And
you wonder if you would kick Sebastian Janikowski.
He'd fight you. Yeah. He'd throw fists.
Yeah.
I got to say, it's an interesting job, though. You got Trevor Lawrence, a nice young team, rookie deal. That's going to be a very interesting job. I could maybe see my guy Mac consider it. Or not Mac, McDaniels. McDaniels might look at that and go, okay, nice patient GM, giving Gus Bradley 4 years. I could get 4 years.
I want to ask, too, why not Byron Leftwich? Jaguar ties.
That is fair.
I could see that happening. I gotta give my brother credit. He texted me that.
I like that take though. That's sneaky because I mean that Bucks offense does look great. I know it's a lot of the Brady thing, but I mean even before this year they've had some decent shots here. So I like that. I like that pick.
Yeah,
and sneaky there.
Check a lot of boxes with that one. You know.
Yeah.
That's a good move for him. But you never know. Some people just might not interview well and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Urban Meyer, though, what I was going to get to in the thing when we mentioned Sir with Chip Kelly, looking back on it, the college coaches that came recently, not like Jimmy Johnson and stuff who had success with Sir, but like Chip Kelly wasn't that bad if you look back on it. I mean, he had 2 winning seasons with the Eagles. He led them to the playoffs once. Honestly, like compared to some of these other guys that have come in since 2000, I mean, he really wasn't horrible.
Hey, Chip Kelly went into Philly and traded everybody who.
But he won the division. He won the division.
He was out here like, you going, my man. See you later.
He had a division record. He had a division win. He won the division. Year one,
bro. He came in, went like the Tasmanian devil, and as quickly as he came, he was gone and just left them in shambles.
There, blew up the team, and left.
Who'd you rather have, Chip Kelly or Urban Meyer? This is my point.
Oh, neither. They're both bad.
I mean, maybe Urban Meyer. Sometimes the kicker needs to get a little swift kick. But
sir, you're about to get fired from this podcast. Talking like that.
He met some ladies and kicked his punter.
I agree with that. I feel confidently with no one near me. If like Tim was holding a ball, I could go out to the field and make a 27-yard field goal. So you know what? Make a game.
No chance.
Absolutely. Ooh. I'll put money. I'll put $50.
Oh, we got a little segment going here. Let's see it.
Absolutely.
Can we just get back on topic real quick? Some coaches are just not built for the pros after they go to the college level and they could do whatever they want. Clearly, I'm sure this isn't the first time he's put his hands on players. The problem is when you're in college, it is what it is. And you saw how long it took for the kicker to even talk about it.
Right.
It's just, it is what it is, I guess. But
I know someone mentioned Bieniemy in the chat. Yeah, the problem is the Chiefs are always deep into the playoffs. And by the time like they're done, people want their damn coach by February.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I did hear that they were coming out with a rule that like you can interview coaches now, like the last 2 weeks of the season. So
right, but do you really want your coach to do that? Like college,
I wouldn't.
Like when Kiffin did it, Nick Saban didn't even let him on the flight to go to the national championship. You feel some sort of way, you know. But who knows? Hopefully, Bieniemy gets a chance if he's good.
He deserves a shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there's no shortage of coaching talent in that league right now. It's just whether or not we're going to get to see him or not.
Yeah, there's only 32 spots. I mean, that's not a lot. That's why people like Urban Meyer. Take it because you know what? They can always go back to college. Like, why not?
He will stroll on to literally any campus, and they will take him in welcoming because he's won there before. Or he'll
go back to what he was doing, calling college games. He was making good money calling the games.
Rutgers would literally like move out Greg Schiano tonight. And move in
right.
Fire.
Oh, I forgot about Schiano. Man, I remember he almost came to the Pats, but then he said no and went back. He was here for like a week or something. Yeah. And then we're like, no, we'll have Gerard Mayo call, please. Get out of here. You're
Belichick are boys, though. Belichick loves it, man. He always references them and stuff.
Absolute flaw.
All right. I want to touch on really quick. I'll start with you, Tim. Lamar Jackson injury. As a Cowboy fan, Dak has not run a lot this year. And I always yell at the TV screen, like, run. But like maybe it was his ankle injury. And Lamar Jackson does not have that contract extension. We could argue whether or not he should get it. People say no. People say yes. People don't care. It is what it is. So are you like worried that this might stop him from getting a contract? And if you're a Ravens fan, like how are you feeling right now? Do you want him to just stop fucking running this offense, or this is just something that, it happens?
You're never going to stop him from playing the way that he wants to play. He's found success. He's been the MVP of the league before. He's brought him deep into the playoffs. I mean, you're not going to change that. It's proven that he can win playing this way. Unless he gets old and is not effective doing it, then I mean, he's not playing that well right now.
Right.
I don't know. That could be from injury. You never know. No one's ever 100% healthy after, I don't know, day one of preseason. So I don't know. Does he deserve an extension? Yeah, he does.
That's my next question. Yeah, sir. Would you give him the extension? Dak
absolutely. What are the Ravens without Lamar Jackson right now?
You might see it this week.
They're 1-0.
I mean, like,
They're 1-0.
They're not. I'll tell you, they're not good. And
no, I know. Yeah, I think
like,
I just think with all the quarterbacks that have gotten money, he deserves it more than a few of them. You know, he deserves it more than Dak if you look at like their body of work. You know, you could argue.
Yeah.
So.
Does he deserve it more than Kirk Cousins, sir?
College, like back in the day with
the Kirk slander.
What happened?
Does he deserve it more than Kirk Cousins?
You damn right he deserves it. Kirk Cousins don't deserve a damn dime, bro.
It's weird though. It's like one of those tricky things, right? Because like as a Cowboy fan, I could safely say like Lamar Jackson's body of work probably deserves it more than Dak. But as a Cowboy fan, I might rather have Dak as my quarterback. I don't know if that makes sense. It's really weird. And so that's where like the Lamar Jackson things comes into like, do you give them? Do you not give them any sense? They're not a stupid franchise. Like they're really fucking smart. Yeah. And you feel like if they would have done it by now, right? Josh, how do you feel about that?
Oh, I agree fully. I think that it sounds bad, but I think the way a lot of owners view a lot of players, especially the running back and specifically the mobile quarterback, they're kind of waiting. They're like, all right, when's this thing going to go downhill? Because we've seen it. I don't think I can think of a single guy whose, career was based off mobility that really, lasted long. Of course, there's really bad examples like RG3, who unfortunately injury, and then Vic, unfortunately, outside stuff. But yeah, Cunningham fell off. We've seen very recently Cam fall off, who obviously is not quite the mobile, but more physical. But it's just, that thing can't keep going. But what I will say is you've seen what Tyler Huntley does for him, and he's not going to get you the wins. And it's one of those things, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Right. You look at it and you're like, man, I don't love Lamar Jackson. But then you end up with Tyler Henneke or whatever, and it's like, I'll take Lamar. Can I have Lamar back, please? Because I'd rather have that guy.
It's like
it's one of those things. Yeah,
you like the backup quarterback till they have to start.
That's what I was just going to say. Exactly. Teams are like, bring in the backup. Then the backup comes in. You're like, let's do garbage.
There's a reason. There's a reason why they're backups. Like, there's a reason why teams don't re-sign people. You always have to be worried about that. When the Cowboys released Jalen Smith, everyone was like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. There's a reason why. Like,
I completely forgot about Jalen Smith, to be honest with you. It was a huge deal for like a week or two. Then he got nothing with the Packers. It's like, all right, whatever.
And then they released him again. He's not even on a team, I don't think. So
I don't think so.
No, but I think it's different with quarterbacks. Like when you're a backup quarterback, like they might know the system, but there's a reason why they're holding a clipboard.
Yeah. Like I tell you what, if Brian Hoyer,
and then you want them to learn, but if they've been in the league, say 5-10 years, and they're still holding a clipboard, there's a reason. They're not good.
Like if Brian Hoyer trots out there, I'm not feeling good remotely. But if he's gonna,
you might feel good for one game. He might steal you a game, but he ain't.
Right. It was like Colt McCoy. He was
absolutely not.
Colt McCoy pulled off the Cardinals one win, and then he was awful. Like those backups, they'll give you one game. That's all they're good for.
Yeah,
that's it.
One, two, maybe three. But you know what? For a full season,
exactly.
Absolutely not.
And unless you're Nick Foles, and I'm convinced that man sold his soul to the devil to pull off that Eagles Super Bowl run. I don't get it to this day, but I digress.
He almost did it again the next year.
Right?
Don't forget about that. Like, he almost went to New Orleans and won. If Alshon Jeffrey doesn't drop that pass, they probably beat the Saints.
And now he can't even start for Chicago. I mean, he was behind Dalton over there. I'm not a big Dalton guy.
But if you traded him to the Eagles, you get the feeling he'd be good again.
Right? No, the magic will be there.
It doesn't make sense.
All right. Soul.
Let's get to our pick segment here. Tim with a 2-0-1 week last week puts him at 25-18-2. Me with a 1-2 record. I lost both overtime games, the Bills and the Bengals last week, 24-21. Sir,
first mistake was betting against my team, sir.
Right? Yeah,
world's tiniest violin.
The Niners, it's like when I bet with them, and I have this year, they get blown out. When I bet against them, they pull off. I'm like 0-10 when I pick your team, so I'm staying away from them. Sir at 19-24-2, and Nick at 19-26. Maybe he's not on because his record is bad. So what we're going to do, we normally do the three picks. So what we're going to do is we're going to also include the 2 Saturday night games. So it's 5 total picks this week. So we're going to start in Cleveland with the big COVID issue. They have like 12 to 18 people on COVID. Mayfield's not started. The Raiders are -1.5, and the over is 38.5. Choose which one you want as your pick. I'll start. I'm going to actually go with the Vegas Raiders at -1.5 for this game. Raiders are a weird team. They just got blown out by the Chiefs, but they have some weird wins. So I just like the Raiders in this game. We'll go with Tim.
you literally can't trust a team that's starting their backup. We just talked about it. I'll roll the dice on their quarterback -1.5. It will probably swell to 3. You got to think as late money comes in, just because God knows if they lose any more people on COVID, if they can even field a team. That'll be interesting to find out. I know they got people on the practice squad, but we'd be looking at that would be a very, very bad loss for the Raiders. I can't see them losing, but weird things have happened.
All right, Josh?
So, same. I think we'd be completely foolish to trust Case Keenum and not only injured but COVID-riddled Browns. There's nothing. Like, I'm not a big Raiders guy. I've at points in the past, but this year I think they've been kind of fraudulent early in the year. When they had that early look on the team. But there's no way. Like, I don't trust the Browns either. But I tell you what, I don't trust either team. But there's no way. There's no way that that thing goes the other way. I can't see it.
Sir, are you finishing it off, or are you doing it over-under here? What are you doing?
I'm doing it over-under. You already know what it is. Now, this number is really, really high. Really low.
Yeah.
But it might not be low enough. Give me the under 38. Both these teams suck, bro.
They're terrible.
Under 38.5.
Change the channel, go take a nap or something. Get ready for the night game.
Everybody gonna watch
this.
20 to
likely no Waller again, and Moreau's been kind of iffy lately. Decent DFS play, but he's not a great player.
Haven't been putting up points, so you know what I'm saying. Give me under, because I know 38 is really, but you think these teams are gonna put up 20 points?
And whatever props you get on Renfro, I'll take everything over. That man's a demon. I love Renfro.
Yeah.
Like, which of these teams is putting up 20 points?
You know what? With the NFL, sir,
Play the fucking Raiders.
Case Keenum will probably go out and put up 45. Honestly,
I don't know if he's kidding. It's my buddy Dragon saying that the Browns lost Case Keenum to COVID as well by Adam Schefter. They're now down to Nick Mullins, of course, former 49er.
Oh, wait a minute.
Nick
Sir's about to change his pick.
Yeah, sir's about. Nick Mullins has moxie. That kid.
Young Money Mullins.
I gotta say, I did like Nick Mullins when you guys had him. He had a couple nice games there.
Well, I'm telling you, bro. You know what? I gotta think about this one for a minute. Nah, still give me the under.
Yeah. All right. So Nick Mullins, thank you for the update. Whoever's in the Twitch chat, who that was. We're all sticking with our picks though, so you did absolutely nothing to change your mind.
That just sends it even further. At this point, I think it's gonna be Raiders minus like 8.
Hey, no, 1.5. We got it at 1.5.
I would say I got it at 1 the other day. Like right when the COVID stuff broke, I'm like, sign me up, bro.
I put a bet in on Monday when they were a +4, so that was good. Hopefully that parlay hits. All right, we'll go to the big game Saturday night. We got the Colts -2.5 right now, the over 46. We'll go reverse order, sir.
Listen, I've been telling you a couple times, Bill Belichick as an underdog. Give me the Patriots +2.5. That's it's simple. Listen, you can't, that brother as an underdog, he's tough, bro. He's made some money. That's, it's hard to bet against him, bro.
Very.
Even as a favorite, but as a dog, especially tough. Like his job, he's going to stop the number one key. Like, I'm a little worried about Jonathan Taylor. Luckily, in fantasy, the leagues I have Taylor, I have that first round bye, so I don't have to worry about this. But like, if I had him in a matchup, I'd be worried because he's going to try to stop him. And
right. All right, so, Josh.
Oh, 100%. The key to that matchup, we're talking Jonathan Taylor. That man could either have like 8 fantasy points or like 28. Like that guy's terrifying. But you said yourself, Bill likes to take away that big piece. And yeah, against the spread in this kind of situation, I don't remember the number, but I heard the craziest number where if he's the dog, he's going to take it. And +2.5, like, I think if this is that close, it's going to be very, very 1-2 score. I just think Bill does this thing where when he's talking about quarterbacks, he has this term, he says, can make all the throws. And that's how you know he does not respect that quarterback. Right. You can investigate this, chat. Anytime he says quarterback can make all the throws, he's talking about guys like that, guys like Darnold when he faced him, guys who he's like, nah, we can beat that guy. So I feel good about this matchup. Taylor might run wild, but I feel good about this thing.
It's a nice way of saying this guy sucks.
Yeah. Exactly.
Tim?
Well, I wanted to go with what you guys were all picking, but I went a little sideways. I'm going to take the over 45.5. Listen, I know Jonathan Taylor, Bill Belichick's going to try to stop him. The problem is that in the offensive line, I think it's too good. And if they're going to stack the box with 8, Carson Wentz has proven he could throw the ball down the field with great success this year. They're both teams are playing ridiculously well. Both of them combined averaging 63 points the last 5 games. Give me over 45.5.
Right. And I've been burned on picking against Bill Belichick almost every time this year, so I will be an idiot and do it again. I actually like the Colts in this game. I think it's a must-win for the Colts to stay alive in that playoff spot. They're very similar to the Niners where they're at. Saturday night, hey, get up for this one, Indianapolis. So I'll take them -2.5, and I'll regret it because I'm an idiot. All right, so
I will say real quick though, just touch on it. I do actually have right here. This towel was from January 11th, 2014, the Deflategate game. I was there watching LeGarrette Blount run all over the Colts. Let's get
28.5. That was a
yep. Let's get it.
We also have Nick's picks for Saturday night. He's taking Vegas -1.5, and he's also taking New England +2.5. So I'm the lone rider on the Colts this weekend. So I'll be heavily invested in that. And I wasn't fortunate to have a bye with Jonathan Taylor, so I'm kind of nervous. We'll get to our actual 3 picks now. I'll start it off here. Sir, I'm doing my first over of the year. All right, you ready for this? This is the first time I've ever picked one of these. Tonight's game over 51.5. I think it's going to be a shootout. Chiefs, Chargers, I am doing that. Give me over 51.5. Give me a 37-34 game, something like that. I don't know why. Can't even say it.
When did you take that line, sir?
I checked it at 10 a.m. Why? What are we looking at?
Because I think it's at 54 now.
Well, I got it at 51. So
we could just move lines?
Yeah, we can.
This is ridiculous.
All right, you know what? What's it at, sir? 54?
54.
We're doing that then. I still like that. I'll do the over.
53. 53 is where it's going to hit.
50,
We're going to hear about it all next week.
Whatever. 30-27, something like that. I'm also going with the Buffalo Bills -11 at home versus the Carolina Panthers. Buffalo got on the racetrack late yesterday or last week. This is going to be one of those games. They're just going to punish the Panthers. So give me like a 35-13 game there. Jacksonville Jaguars have been through so much shit this week. I'm taking them. I think that the team's going to get up here, -5 versus Houston. I think that this is Trevor Lawrence. He's going to go out there and actually prove that, yeah, this coach sucked. I don't. And they're actually going to play very well during all the turmoil. Same with the Gruden issue when the Raiders came out and fucking won that game. So give me the Jacksonville -5, Buffalo -11, and the over 54 in tonight's game. So go with that, Tim. We'll go back to you for this one.
You know, you should always start with the fucking reigning, defending leader of our fucking. But whatever.
Just go.
It's all good. It's all good. Scott, I'll start with tonight's game too.
Okay.
Give me KC -3.
I like
Don't
it.
look now. Kansas City is back. They've won, I think, 5 or 6 straight. They're putting it all together. Their defense is only letting up 10 points a game. Justin Herbert, I know, is going to keep the game close. I trust my pops. I trust Andy Reid. I trust him to cover 3. Maybe it'll be a push again, but I could see Kansas City running away with the game. It wouldn't surprise me.
You like the over?
Yeah, as long as it's -4 for KC. I love the over.
Life's too short to bet the under. Life's too short.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Take notes.
So with that being said, I'll take the under of none. I got the Rams -4.5 against Seattle. I mean, the Rams won the first meeting by 9 points. They just beat the Cardinals in a big game. Seattle just beat the Texans. Like, there's something to say about stepping up to your, to play your competition. And I've seen Seattle, outside of the game against a little shorthanded the Niners, they have not looked good. So I'll take the Rams -4.5. I think they're going to win by a touchdown. That game should be more along the lines of 7. But since it's short now, I'll take them 4.5. And I'll round it out with taking Green Bay -5 against Baltimore. It's strictly because right now, I don't think Lamar Jackson's going to play. It would be smart if they didn't play him. I can't believe they're even thinking about doing it. But, right now it's worth the risk because if Lamar doesn't play, I can't believe that line's going to stay at 5. It's like that in between. If he plays, it's probably -3. If he doesn't play, it's probably -7 or higher. So I'll take Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers already said he's playing. He don't care about a broken toe. So I'll go with A-Rod.
That's a bad man. That's a bad man.
We'll go to Sir next, and we'll finish off with our guest. Sir, what do you got?
All right, so But the guest said life's too short to bet unders. R.I.P. I'm betting under tonight. KC Chargers, give me under 54.
Hey, for anyone who's watched this show, go with me on this. For
Thursday unders are 10-4 so far.
Okay.
Just saying. And plus,
That's a nice stat. I like that.
6 said Chiefs defense has been playing much better, much improved football. The defense.
Yeah,
so,
I think it's like less than 10 for like 3 straight or about that or averaging something.
So you know what? And this is a high number, 54. I mean, both these teams can score, but give me the under. You know what I'm saying? Game 2. Sig, you mentioned it. I'm gonna agree with you. Give me the Rams. What are they? -4, 4.5?
I had a 4.5 earlier.
Give me the Rams -4.5. I don't know if everybody's heard, but Tyler Lockett has got COVID, so he's not playing. So, and DK's banged up. The Seahawks offense has been when they don't play my team, they look like trash.
Right.
All of a sudden they look good against my boys, but everybody else certified garbage. So give me the Rams. And the last game, I don't know if this is maybe some reverse psychology on my part. Give me the Falcons +9.5 against my boys.
Wow.
Listen, because if I'm wrong, I'm okay with it. But Shanahan gets. Getting a phone call in the middle of this. I said, Shanahan as a big favorite, it's a little shaky. So 9.5 against the Falcons. Give me the Falcons. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I'll take it.
Fucking wonder why people don't trust Jimmy G. You don't even fucking trust Jimmy G.
Yo, 9.5. Yo, if we beat him by 10, I'm good with it. But I
don't trust him either.
It's not good money. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's
Look at the record. As a favorite, he has not been proven that he can.
Sir, look at your record, Mo. Goddamn, Jimmy G gonna light these boys up.
Okay, I hope he does. But if he doesn't, that's a win in the stir column. You know what I'm saying?
unless you only win by yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, if he wins by 7, okay, that's a 9-0 win and a sure win. So you know what I'm saying?
All right, Josh, what do you got here? Our guests this year, I think, are 3-3. So.
Okay. So it's funny on my list. So I put down a 5 or 4 just because I was like, let me get an extra. I had Packers -5. Like you said, no Lamar. There's no. I mean, I don't trust whatever that Huntley or something like Hot Rod over there. Good luck with that, bud. I do also have Atlanta +9.5, only because as a Patriots fan, I'm not huge on Jimmy G. I don't know if it's just spiteful. I don't know if I just don't trust them or if it's because they got in a shootout last week. I don't know. But other than that, we are picking a little bit on our guy Tim here. Appreciate you having me on. I'm gonna go over though. We're going over Jets Fins. I don't love either of these defenses a ton. I don't love their offenses, but this is one of those ones that just feels really just sneaky. Like we're gonna take the Jets, hopefully not completely sucking. I think Miami's good for a good 20.
Wait, what's the number?
I had him at 41.5. Sorry, I might not have said that. But the big one here is we just saw Gaskin hit COVID. We saw Jalen Waddle hit COVID. So if those guys are not out, there's no way in hell I'm keeping that bet because I'm a huge Jalen Waddle fan who we might possibly, barring COVID, see in a DraftKings lineup. And then we're going to go over on Jags Texans. I know, gross, but I had him, might have been yesterday, it was 39.5. So I'm thinking these are bad defenses. Texans just got in a shootout with Seattle. So I can't imagine the Jags Texans don't put up points. You mentioned the Jags are kind of motivated this week. So I trust them to turn the corner a little bit here. Both really gross teams, but that kind of low number, I'll take it. And other than that, I couldn't remember. But there were a lot of... Yeah, 39.5 on the over. Yeah. That was...
Sir, do you like picking like trash teams games, bro? Like, you're picking the Jets game. You're picking out here the Texans.
Pick the worst teams possible because no one bets them. No one bets them.
All right. Hey, man,
I stacked Houston, Seattle last night. Rashad Penny had like 30 points. I'll take that.
Hey, man, you was one for punishment, I see.
I love the punishment. What I will say is there's a lot of double-digit spreads this week, and while it's not always the smartest thing, when I see 10+ points laid, I'm probably going to go that way. Doesn't always go your way, but anytime it's over 7, especially when you hit like 10, 11, 11.5, I'm like, I got to take a shot on that. But I think it's kind of a weird week.
Last week, all the double-digit favorites all covered. So
yes,
I don't know. It was super weird. It's like due to regress. Like
yeah.
It's a mental thing because in the grand scheme of things, 14 points really isn't that much. But you feel that, but it really is only 2.
Plus, garbage time counts too. Like the one week the Rams were playing they were like 16-point favorites one week. I think it was they were blowing them out, and then garbage time came in. The other team snuck one. They lost by like 15.
Because the defense 9 out of 10 times, the last 10 minutes, they're going to give you a couple touchdowns if you're up by a few. It's just the way the league is. It's just it's human nature. If you're beating someone, don't care if you're playing sport or video game, you're going to ease up a little bit. Right. Some people, they're going to go for the jugular.
Speak for yourself, man. If I'm playing a video game, I'm putting the pedal. I don't know what you're talking about.
I like it, sir.
I'm calling
I'll tell you what.
a 65-yard field goal trying to
right.
Craft here.
Trust me, I play a lot of Madden. I've seen that far too often. The good old late timeout to be like, yeah, you lost, bud.
Yeah. All right, we'll start our DFS with Sir here. We'll go around the other way. So, Sir, what do you got?
All right, at quarterback, as I mentioned it, Seattle when they don't play against me.
All COVID pending, right? Everyone's lineup.
Yeah. Obviously,
we're just gonna ignore COVID because literally everyone in the league just got sick today. We can't physically make a new lineup in enough time to get this thing turned around.
I actually had to make a change in my lineup because I heard a COVID thing. But at quarterback, give me Matthew Stafford, like 7K. Rams haven't been able to run the ball that well. They've been throwing around the yard. So just give me old boy at 7K against Seattle's trash defense. I'm gonna pair him with Cooper Kupp at 9K. He's Cooper Kupp. He's been putting up numbers all season. Tip your hat off to him. I don't like the team, but you got to respect him. I'm going to pair him also with Van Jefferson, a cheap option at 5,600. He's been getting 6 targets every game since week 7. Like I said, I expect Stafford to throw the ball a lot this game. So that's, Van Jefferson 5,600 is a good option. At wide receiver 3, I had to change this one. I had Tyler Lockett, but since he got COVID, I changed it to give me AJ Green, 4,900. He's the number 1 receiver in Arizona. No Nuke Hopkins for the rest of the regular season. And I expect Arizona to put up some points this week. So the number 1 option, give me AJ Green. Right running back, I had to go a little cheaper since I had some high numbers. I went with him last week. Give me Javonte Williams at 6,100 against the Bengals. Can Melvin Gordon, can he get out of here and just give my man Williams more of the work? Because he showed up last week. He got some work. But Williams still looked good. Gordon, sit your behind down and let the young boy take over. At RB2, give me Miles Sanders, 5,800. Washington's defense, not very good at stopping the run. Miles has been getting a ton of carries, so I'd look for more of the same. At tight end, this is my dart throw. Give me Brevin Jordan, tight end, Houston Texans, 2,800. 3 touchdowns in his last 6 games. He gets about 3 to 4 targets a game. At 2,800, if he can find the end zone, he'll pay off that salary tremendously. At flex, I went DK Metcalf, 6,200. Again, with no Lockett, Seattle's got to do something to try to score. So I'm just hoping for a best here. Hopefully Seattle gets blown out, but whatever. Give me Metcalf, 6,200. And that defense, y'all know I love my cheap defenses. Cheapest defense on the board, Carolina Panthers. Whatever. They're playing the Bills. Josh Allen's been a little banged up. Give me the Panthers. Hopefully they get a couple sacks. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. But I forgot they are 2,300. I think they are. I don't like paying up for defenses. Y'all know that.
Yeah. All right, Josh, we'll loop around to you. What you got?
All right. So I had a couple lines, obviously COVID pending. I'm going to go off the Stafford line. This one's going to sound absolutely bonkers to you, but based off of my Jags Texans, plus the fact that this man put up quite a bit of points last week, we're going to go to Davis Mills. He put up 21 points last week. He is only 5,400. We're going to stack him with Rex Burkhead likely out, who did put up double digits last week. We're going to go David Johnson, who returns, pair him with Cooks. I like to do a little double stacks there. And you mentioned it, Brevin Jordan. He is far too cheap. I don't know if they just haven't paid attention, but with those kind of targets, those kind of touchdowns, we got to get that man at least past 3K. Anytime we see Cooper Kupp, we got to take him at 9,000. I mean, he's one of those guys I'm going to try to build my lineup around. He's guaranteed points. I kind of bounce around a little bit. Sorry for that. Javonte Williams, though, of course, you mentioned him, Denver's running back situation. I don't love Melvin Gordon being there, but even when he's healthy, they're putting up numbers there. Javonte's been fantastic. We're going to go for this is at wide receiver 3. Wow, that was a disaster. We're going to go Devontae Adams. Again, same thing as Kupp. If we can fit both these guys in the lineup, we will take them. And then our flex, dirt cheap, 3,300. Laquan Treadwell putting up double digits the last 2 weeks. That cheap. We'll take that. And last but not least, I think you will like this one in particular. We got the Dallas Cowboys defense going against that god-awful New York Jets team. I don't know if it's going to be Glennon. I don't know who it's going to be, but normally I'd pick cheap defenses. But with the way this line fell out together, I'm like, I'll take them coming off 2 double-digit fantasy points games. We'll take that little stab at it there.
Right. All right, Tim, go for it. I'm sure you have a lot of sirs.
I'm going to say, though, there was some good picks in that Laquan Treadwell pick.
Yeah.
Solid.
I think he's sneaky.
I looked at him too. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what?
People
It's not a
sleep
bad
on
pick,
him.
old boy.
Like a Houston Jacksonville stack sounds gross, but you think about it where people don't play those games.
It doesn't sound
they're
gross.
like,
It is gross, Mo.
It is gross.
You're gonna be
But
the only one at
that's
the
where you
bar
get those low
asking
percentages.
for that game to get put on. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
But, like,
you're
I
that
had-
guy. You sitting in the corner. Hey, can you guys put the Jaguars Texans game on, please?
Yep. I had a Davis Mills with Rex Burkhead, Rashad Penny line last week that hit like 180. It was the worst lineup I've ever made, but it worked. So we're doubling down, chat.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
all right, Tim, go for it.
Good fucking luck. Anyway, at quarterback, give me James G. God damn it, sir. Respect your boy. He's at 5,800. He's got 2 touchdowns in 5 of the last 6 games. At 5,800, you could do way worse with your money. Who am I pairing him with? A healthy Deebo Samuel at 8,200. No, sir. I ain't. Nope. Kittle he's on the bench. When I put him in the lineup last time, he did not do well for me. But give me Deebo Samuel.
Kittle's
He's
off
back
the
at full
heels.
health, 8,200. When he was healthy, he was the best player in fantasy football. I don't care. Yeah, Cooper Kupp, I'm looking at you. Also, because I fit you in my lineup in the flex at 9K. Why do I put him in a lineup? He's Cooper fucking Kupp. With that being said, let me run through wide receivers 2 and 3. Wide receiver 2, fresh off the injury to Jalen Waddle via COVID. Give me Devontae Parker, 4,300 against my Jets. He is back healthy and no setbacks last week. I know he played sparingly, but guess what? He's going to get thrown back into the mix. And wide receiver 3, give me Christian Kirk at 5,300 against, I can't read my own handwriting, Detroit.
Mhm.
Those Hopkins targets got to go somewhere. And, sir, I know you went with AJ Green. You went with AJ Green. I'm going to go with
Rondale Moore.
I'm gonna go with the deep threat. Christian Kirk looked pretty good last week. With that being said, running back 1, give me James Robinson at 5,400. Hopefully, this coach can use him better than the aforementioned Urban Meyer. And running back 2, Jets, Jets. Michael Carter, fresh off the IR at 4,700. If he's active, he's going to go back to his 3-down role. Hopefully, that's the case. He might go back to the first 2, and they'll use fucking Ty Johnson or some other fucking irrelevant goddamn player that should be not in the league. At tight end, give me Pat Freiermuth at 4,500 against Tennessee. Touchdown machine. 6 of the last 7 games he scored at 4,500. All he's got to do is score once, and that pays for his salary. And on defense, they're playing the Texans. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Scott, when you said you really think they're going to come out and play, that's going to start with the defense. Texans are not a very good football team, so I'll take whatever points the Jags get me on D.
It's Josh versus Tim.
I like it though.
This is the most coverage I've seen on any show from Houston, Jacksonville. Bro, let's go.
Hey, I tell you what. We sleep on that team a little bit. We saw what they got into last week. Davis Mills at like 0.3% putting up a 20 burger. But I will say real quick, Tim, I think someone that we haven't mentioned, sorry, if I admit, I don't think we did. Braxton Berrios at 3,000, I think is 200. Very interesting with likely not having Elijah Moore. And I think not Crowder. Someone else is banged up over there. But Braxton Berrios had a decent game last week. I think he might be a decent punt considering his price tag.
Yeah.
I think he's down at 3,200 coming off 11.2 points off 10 targets. Man, that's not bad. Put him in Treadwell with a little studs duds lineup. See if we can get going there.
That's Texans lineup. Can't wait for Sunday.
Love your darts.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't have a list, but I would load up on Jacksonville because I think they're gonna. I would go the opposite. I'd go Trevor Lawrence, Marvin Jones, and I would also go Cooper Kupp. So that's it for the DFS. Could we also too, since you all mentioned Kupp, when do we get to the point that we consider him one of the best, like the best wide receiver in the NFL? Like he gets overlooked so much. Is that just me, or do you guys feel the same way?
If he's not 1, he's 1A. I mean,
Right?
you could put Devontae Adams right up there with him. Currently, how they're playing.
Goff and Stafford. It's not like when these guys leave Aaron Rodgers, they just fucking fade into
right.
So I don't know. He doesn't get.
Yo, he got a better quarterback. What are you talking about, bro?
Right. That's a big upgrade, Stafford from Goff.
I'm saying you go from Jared Goff, who I'm saying to Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford was doing numbers in Detroit. He was playing in Detroit. Nobody.
Yeah. It's just Detroit.
I just think
no franchise has retired so many talents so early as that team.
Yeah. I think
it's true.
Really cool now in the league too. I don't care how anyone takes this. I think this is awesome. Like, because it wasn't like this when we were younger. Like, you have a lot of great black quarterbacks and a lot of great white receivers now. It's really fucking cool. Like, you never saw it.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be in the 90s. It was like, oh, the white quarterbacks, black receivers.
Yeah.
Like, there was like one white receiver who was decent, one black quarterback. Warren
Yeah, right.
Now it's like
we had like Allworth and who's got up in Seattle there?
fucking
Largent.
That was
Largent.
it. Yeah, Steve Largent and Wayne Corbett when we were younger. That was kind of it.
Pat's got a lot of flack for a while as just having generic slot receivers.
Right, yeah.
We had Welker, we had Danny, we had Edelman. Woodhead kind of played that role.
We're at the point, like, the top maybe 6 out of 10 quarterbacks are black now in the NFL. Like, it's crazy to see. It's really cool. You know,
I think they got to get that head coaching thing figured out, though. Like, I don't know. They gotta, the whole Rooney rule I don't think's working. They gotta get something figured out there.
Yeah, it's tough. So that's another issue for another episode. I just want to throw that out there. So all right, we'll go over preview just big game this weekend. Game you're looking forward to. Josh, I'm sure you're looking forward to your game. So I know you mentioned earlier.
Of course.
How nervous?
I think he's looking forward to the Jags-Texans game. I don't even think he
I'm
cares
very
about
excited.
his game.
I'm looking
That
forward to
motherfucker's
check in
like
next week with y'all. I'll be like, all right, let y'all know how this thing went for you. This will be the 1 week where fantasy darling LaVisca Chenault actually does something, and I won't be on him. It's going to be the one time he finally does something.
It's funny you say that because I literally have to start him in one of the leagues that I have a quarterfinal matchup.
I mean, he'll get you 8 to 10 points, but that's about it.
all the COVID fucking injuries. I hope he goes off. I hope he scores 2 touchdowns.
I would love it.
Honestly, though, aside from football, like, this is, and I think we mentioned this last year, honestly, with the holidays coming up, this is one of the best times for the NFL. Those Saturday games, they hit a little different around this time of year. It really does. Like, you wake up on a Saturday, you do what you need to do, and you just sit down, you have a doubleheader on a Saturday. So for the next 2 Saturdays, we have those doubleheaders. Just everybody enjoy it and
good.
Yeah, be happy. No time for negativity in this world right now. So,
no humbug, man.
No time for negativity unless you're a Jets fan.
So we'll catch Josh streaming. We'll put his tag in the info on the YouTube channel and whatnot. So that's it for the show. Stay on, and we will do some prop bets.